Okay, so we've had a little bit of a break in the recording, just to let things tick over and such like that, and oh my goodness, it's not looking good, guys. It's not. As you can see, the French are over in Germany, and they've puppetized it into one big German union, instead of splitting it up into a bunch of little tiny states like last time. They've also charged on into Eastern Europe. The Russians are putting up a token resistance, but it's pretty fruitless for the simple reason that the Japanese have got them completely bogged down in the east. And the thing is, the Russians have a fairly sizable and actually not that bad army. I turned Fog of War off, by the way, in case you hadn't noticed, just because I was getting bored of looking at the blank map. But yeah, they're just completely tied down by the Japanese. And it's, you know, presenting something of a problem. You know, I mean, also, one other thing that's kind of worrying is that China is now allied with Russia, which means China is at war with, I think, yeah, the China is now at war with the Commune of France, which means that if the Commune of France beat the crap out of Russia, they're going to march all the way across Siberia, and then they're going to invade China. And if the Commune of France conquer all of Russia and China, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys, I am quitting the Let's Play because there will be no way I can possibly win. I mean, the Communists control pretty much all of India as well at this point. I mean, look at this, it's ridiculous. My army's too weak as well to go and intervene. I'm building, like, fucking crap tons of marines and fighters and tactical bombers as fast as I can, but yeah, I think this Let's Play is going to end a little bit prematurely if things continue like they are. If there's not some magical turnaround and the Chinese turn out to be just like absolute unbelievable Spartan killing machines and turn the war around and destroy the shit out of France, yeah, we're pretty much screwed, I think. But let's not give up just yet. I won't give up until it's all hope is completely lost. I mean, we're safe, obviously. We're not at war with anyone still, and we've got both the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans keeping us safe from the commies, which they will not be able to cross because our fleet's too big. However, there's still very little way of us being able to strike back at them. That's the problem we face here, really. But anyway, I shall continue to update you as the situation continues to change. Okay, update time again. Some other stuff has happened. Randomly, Argentina and Brazil went to war with each other. The German Union exiled itself to Africa. The Kaiser died and he's been replaced by Wilhelm III. The Chinese are kicking ass in Manchuria. The Russians are not. Russians are getting their asses kicked by the French, well and truly, as you can see. Although they are holding the line down here thanks to the Chinese sending a load of boat stuff over it. I did go to the intelligence screen. Apparently China has like 200 infantry divisions, which is way more than France, which is kind of interesting. For some reason Poland went berserk and declared war on Germany, which then proceeded to eat Poland. So yeah, there's that. And although I forgot it at the time, Bulgaria and Romania are both at war with the French as well, and they're slowly and steadily getting their asses kicked as well. There appears to be some German planes still flying around in Bulgaria, however, as well as some Russians. So yeah, it's looking a bit crap, basically, to cut a long story short. We'll see how it goes. Oh, the French are invading Africa as well, and oh, it's all going to hell, really. Not good at all. Okie dokie. Well, welcome back, guys. Now, here's the deal. For those of you who saw my update video by now, you will have realised that, yes, I'm going to be putting a halt on Kaiserreich for a while. But here's the final little bit that's going to show you exactly what's going on, and probably explain why I'm taking a break, because, you know, shit just got real, basically. Okay, so there's us here, the United States of America. Still got my freaking infantry spread out all over the place. I kind of need to sort that out, come to think of it. Bunch of submarines over there and some transports doing basically nothing. Some tactical bombers over there. I've got a shite load of stuff at Little Rock here. A bunch more tactical bombers over here. Some fighters over here. My first 2 strategic bomber wings. Actually, I think I already have another one somewhere lying around from the Civil War. But I'm building like 8 billion more of them. And we have 20 Marine divisions. So the United States Marine Corps has been set up in Boston. The US Navy still anchored here at Washington. We have, let's see, we have 1 carrier. Right, yeah, we have 1 carrier. Yeah, it's the Navy's kind of on the small side at the minute compared to how it used to be, and really we should have built some more stuff by now in terms of ships and that, but unfortunately we haven't, because I simply haven't had. Let me just check we haven't got anything else lying around. Oh wait, no, hello. We do have the PSS Lexington over in San Diego, along with a few battleships and heavy cruisers. So yeah, we have 2 carriers, and the British have more than that. They, fuck, I don't know what their fleet's even at the minute. Actually, come to think of it, is that it there? No. 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 Where is the British fleet? This is weird. Maybe it's down here somewhere. Yeah, the British are making a mess of national France at the moment. Although the French Empire, whatever. But the French Empire did kick the Commune and the British out of Morocco, which is interesting. I didn't expect them to manage that, but they did anyway. They may yet manage to beat the crap out of them down here as well, actually, but we'll see. I think there's a lot more fight in the Frenchies than I thought there was, actually, to begin with. By Frenchies, obviously, I mean these guys, led by Louis Napoleon IV, or whatever. I would like to be able to help out Delhi. I'm about to join as well. I'm about to join the Entente and enter the war formally as well, by the way. I would like to be able to help out Delhi, but I think it's kind of too late for those guys. And well, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. This is kind of things for people to discuss, really, when during the break I'm taking from this Let's Play. So we could save Delhi's arse, but I don't know how much it would benefit us other than a bit of combat experience. But we would basically be having to take the whole of India. Not entirely difficult. They don't have a lot of victory points, but you know, is it worth it? You know, you guys kind of decide. They do have like some ships, I guess, not a lot though, and they do have a few troops left still, but it's mostly Australians and Canadians actually. So yeah, we kind of, if we go there, we'd also be bailing out a number of Canadian and Australian units too. So there is that. We will be at war with them anyway, regardless, once we join the Entente, just because Delhi's part of the Entente and they're at war with them. So up here in the main kind of theatre, what we've got is somehow for the last few months the Russians have been able to hold the line in here in kind of like the, well, what is this, the Urals, I think, around here now. Zelenodolsk, Kazan, Kirov, they've kind of held this area for a little while now, mostly with the help of the Chinese, and it's not moved much actually for a lot, a fair amount of time, considering it might have been because it was winter, but right now it's April 10th, 1942. It's April, and it's still not moving really. So I'm kind of hoping they can hold this for a while, because in the meantime, the Chinese, who have just, they're becoming one of the main superpowers of this entire scenario, which I've never seen happen before, and is quite exciting, really. They have proceeded to, with a lot of help for the Russians, who clearly cannot prioritize where they send their troops. I swear they have more troops in the east than they do in the west at the minute. The Chinese have proceeded to beat the absolute shit out of Japan. Absolute shit out of Japan. They lost a few units that got encircled around Pyongyang earlier. But the Japanese are pretty much done for in Korea and in this kind of Trans-Amur region as well. They're getting their asses kicked. So basically what I'm hoping is, once the Chinese and the Russians are finished beating the shit out of the Japanese, they're going to send all their units over, and it's a lot, let me tell you. Look, if we open the intelligence screen for China, they have 161 infantry divisions. That's a huge amount. I'm hoping that they can send them all right over to here, into the west, to help the Russians out, and maybe even start pushing the French back, which will give us a kind of Eastern Front scenario, a bit like in real life, that will allow us to sort of catch our breaths a little bit as America, and not worry about the French ruling the entire, Eurasian continent, while we sit around and do basically nothing. So yeah, they're also fighting alongside the Germans. The Chinese, yeah, they're helping the Germans fight the Japanese down in Vietnam as well. I don't know how successful that's going, actually, though, mind you. I've only really just noticed it, actually. So yeah, there's that. And basically, I'm hoping they can hold the line while we get our shit into gear. And send out our armies and navies and stuff to go kick some ass, basically. Taking Britain, the Union of Britain, out of the game, basically by amphibiously assaulting the home isles, would obviously be a massive blow to the international. But the thing is, that's probably going to be incredibly difficult, to say the least. So basically, my plan will be at first to quickly do an amphibious assault on Norway, which will not be difficult. I mean, look, they have, like, what, 3 infantry divisions, 4 infantry divisions in total. I have more Marines than they have infantry in total, The United States Marine Corps outnumbers the entire Norwegian armed forces. So that won't be too difficult, and from there we will have a base in Europe from which to... we'll have to get Iceland first, mind you, in order to do that, but I think they might be... Oh dear, they're at war with the German Empire, Russia. Okay, so they're kind of against us in a sense. They're not against the Entente specifically, but they are against Russia, who are our kind of de facto allies in a way. So yeah, basically, I want to tank Norway. It's a puppet of the Union of Britain, so we'll end up at war with them anyway. And from there, we can see what we want to do. Launch an amphibious invasion of, northern Germany, perhaps. Catch the Frenchies in the arse while they're up here doing their thing in Russia, which will seriously annoy them, I imagine. Because if we can break through in Germany, which has a sizable army of its own, I might add, it kind of got spawned via events, which I think is kind of completely unfair, but there it is. That they even have tanks. However, France itself, as you can see, is kind of pretty much undefended entirely. It might even be possible to launch an amphibious invasion of France via Norway. Although the Channel could be a bit of a risky spot just because of the Union of Britain's navy. Which, however, I am hoping we can take out with the help of the Canadians, who I'm probably going to try and assume military control on, so we can control all their units as opposed to the AI controlling them, which means we can group their fleet with the United States Navy, send them out, and then just crush the Union of Britain's fleet into little tiny bits. Giving us like superiority over the seas, which will basically doom them, because they won't be able to get troops anywhere. So there it is. That's kind of the plan at the minute, and hopefully maybe at some point we can draw the Danubians into it. Maybe the Ottomans. It would certainly be in the Ottomans' interest, considering Romania has almost been taken by the French, and Bulgaria will be the next to fall. Along with Serbia, since they're a puppet of Bulgaria. The Austro-Hungarians and the Ottomans kind of ought to really be on our side, but I can't blame them for not committing themselves to it at the minute, because for all intents and purposes it looks right now that the French are close to dominating the entire planet, but let's see if we can't put a stop to that, you know. So that's basically the plan, and that's what's going on. I don't think the Germans have any armies whatsoever in Africa, which is a bit of a shame, because that would have helped out the French over here to deal with the British, but never mind. So basically, yeah, that's kind of what's going on. My plan will essentially be to get to Norway, and then from there we will launch our great crusade and liberate Europe, if we're lucky. But however, like I said, I am taking a break from the Let's Play because I didn't expect it. I didn't expect this to happen. I didn't expect a kind of full-scale World War II scenario to kind of unfold. I kind of thought it would be a very brief affair, a bit like it was in our last Let's Play as Russia, where World War II lasted about 2 years or something. And right now I don't have the time or energy to record a huge long Let's Play spanning an entire World War, because that's exactly what this is right now. So anyway, I will get back to it soon, though. I mean, why the hell not? It looks like a fantastic scenario. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the Russians still have Petrograd. They're under siege, but they're not collapsing just yet. They've got a whole fuck ton of troops there, including a whole load of... pretty much the entire German Air Force, actually, is based at Petrograd as well, but I think it's probably grounded because they won't be getting any supplies. As well as what's left of the Russian Air Force, and a whole bunch of good infantry units. So yeah, they're kind of under siege, stuck there, but the French can't seem to break in because they've got, well, they've got land forts as well as a whole bunch of dudes on there. Plus, it's an urban province, so it's basically impregnable at this point. Petrograd. It's become this little fortress left behind the lines that refuses to break. So that's a nice little thing that's going on. So yeah, other than that, there's nothing else I can think of. But this is all just stuff to discuss and think on and such. And you guys can all, like, there'll be plenty of time to leave tips and ideas and things in the comments section, because I will not be picking up this Let's Play for quite a while yet, because I just want to get other things out the way first. I was thinking of taking perhaps even a longer break and doing some Roma Surrectum 2 in the meantime, because loads of people keep asking me to do that, and it would be a far more relaxed Let's Play than, say, this. But, yeah, I don't know yet, I haven't decided. I might not even have enough time to do that, so, but yeah, that's basically what the world is looking like in 1942. And hope is not all lost just yet, is basically what I'm saying. I mean, it might all change within a couple of months or so of the game playing, but hopefully it won't. This is our darkest hour, but it may also be our finest, is what I'm saying. So yeah, that's it. So toodle pip, everyone, and just leave your comments and ideas in the section below, and we will return to this campaign at a later date. But until then, bye.